We no longer have Caitlin Clark with us. She is neither in pain nor at ease. After finding out minutes ago that the WNBA had quietly taken her out of the spotlight, fans are going nuts. That's not the most bizarre aspect, though, since as soon as this became public, Sophie Cunningham and Lexie Hull blew up in a way that nobody could have expected. No more being silent or courteous. They did not think twice. Additionally, what they revealed is completely upending the league. This is not just a case of one player being benched. Here, there are issues of power, bias, media manipulation, and a league caught red-handed trying to control its stars. When Sophie and Lexie came forward and spoke the truth, the internet exploded. Additionally, the current state of affairs may forever change the WNBA. Black small square, put on your seatbelts because this is only the beginning of the story. There was a murmur at first, and then her name vanished from the starting lineup. At that point, the reporters saw she wasn't warming up. No injury report, no formal statement, just gone. In what fans are describing as the most bizarre exit in league history, Caitlin Clark, the biggest rookie star in WNBA history, suddenly shelved herself. Black small square within minutes, speculation was spreading like wildfire. Some sites claim it was load management. Disciplinary reasons were mentioned by others. However, this is the worst part. Those same insiders also admitted that something didn't feel quite right. This wasn't your usual benching, so it was a long way off. Caitlin has not violated any restrictions. She hadn't missed a single practice. Black small square, she had performed well. In actuality, she was leading her team in points, assists, and headlines. Therefore, why would the WNBA fire the one star who is filling venues, attracting a large number of new fans, and increasing ratings by himself? The leaks came next. League sources began discussing unspoken disagreements between Clark and top league executives. It appears that her loud manner, her reluctance to be quiet during post-game interviews, and her growing popularity on social media were disliked by all those in positions of authority. Black small square, she was more than just a performer. Some CEOs didn't like that she had a voice and a sensation. During a private meeting, Caitlin reportedly protested to league marketing plans, calling them tone-deaf and divorced from actual fans, according to one especially damaging accusation. In less than 48 hours, her minutes started to decrease. In less than 72 hours, she was benched. She's practically disappeared now. As if they were trying to halt her speed before it got out of control, there was a cold, quiet blackout. Black small square, her team did not issue a statement, hold a press conference, or grant media access. But if the WNBA thought no one would notice, they were totally wrong, since fans weren't the only ones who noticed their loudness. In contrast to Caitlin, the hashtag became widespread on social media. Thousands of people sought answers. Black small square, the comment sections were filled with angry words. NBA players expressed their thoughts as well, calling the behavior calculated, sleazy, and disrespectful to the game. The league's silence just made it worse. Silence was no longer the only problem, though. It is related to remaining silent. At that moment, Sophie Cunningham stepped in, and everything was different. Sophie Cunningham showed no mercy. As the media desperately sought explanations and supporters inundated the league's email with rage, Sophie turned into scorched earth. In a passionate post-game interview, she skipped the usual niceties and launched a verbal bomb that left everyone dumbfounded. Black small square startled. You don't neglect your biggest star unless you're scared of her impact. The speed at which that one statement traveled was beyond the control of the WNBA's public relations team. Videos of Sophie's bold criticism went viral across all social media platforms. She continued after that. On her podcast, in team meetings, and even on live broadcasts, Sophie called it revenge. Black small square, she asserted that players' careers were being manipulated by the WNBA for political reasons. Black small square, she blasted the league for putting control ahead of progress. Black small square, she also spoke something that most athletes were afraid to say in front of others. Clark was benched for reasons other than basketball. Fans quickly came together to support her. Hashtags were the source of movements. Black small square at the same time, number stand with Sophie and number free Clark began to gain popularity. Her daring took the league by surprise, and the fire spread swiftly. But the next day, Lexie Hull declared that she was also ready for combat, so Sophie wasn't left alone for long. Lexie Hull had not released a statement. She did not interview anyone. What do you think they will do to the rest of us if they can treat Caitlin Clark this way? After practice, she walked into the press room and asked, staring straight into the cameras. That was it. The WNBA was shocked, and the entire audience was silenced by an honest truth bomb that had no corporate tone or fluff. That one line went viral. Black small square, the video immediately became well known not just among WNBA fans, but even in other sports. All of a sudden, ESPN and YouTube commentators were asking the same question. What on earth is happening at the WNBA behind closed doors? Black small square Lexie wasn't finished. In a later post, she shared a black and white photo of herself and Caitlin along with the phrase loyalty. That image inspired a variety of interpretations. Was she betraying someone in the locker room? Was it aimed at management or coworkers? No one could be positive, but the timing could not be ignored. Lexie has allegedly been one of the more vocal members of the squad since the turmoil started. She approached the coaching staff directly and asked why the lone player who is generating sellouts was suddenly on the bench, according to a leaked tale. Her teammates apparently supported her. Rumors of a fracture within the locker room went viral overnight. Black small square, even more shockingly, Lexie hinted that players from other teams had been quietly discussing the matter behind closed doors, off the record, and under growing pressure to remain silent. Zai is reportedly helping to establish a coalition of younger players who feel that the league is trapped in antiquated politics and who are afraid of losing everything if they speak out. The enigmatic tweets came next. Before deleting it, Lexie said, "If you want to build a legacy, stop silencing the ones who create it." Soon after, fans snapped screenshots of it. It became viral on Reddit, TikTok, and fan pages. Many believe it was aimed at WNBA executives in particular. Black small square, some others think it was meant for media figures who were trying to downplay the event. But there was one thing that everyone agreed upon. Black small square Lexie wasn't just reacting. They were taking a stance together. Sophie and Lexie had just set up a front line. A full-fledged uprising against the league was now underway. However, the supporters weren't only silently observing as the players spoke. They had already begun their own virtual rebellion. As soon as Sophie and Lexie did, the supporters began chatting. They didn't just talk, they yelled. On Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and TikTok, everything went berserk. Hashtags like #Justice4. Number Stop Silencing Stars, Caitlin, and Clark all detonated in real time. Black small square sports forums were overloaded. Anger-filled comments flooded WNBA postings. And because of the extensive online dissemination of this story, the league was unable to ignore it for less than a day. Fans started gathering evidence, including timestamps, statements, videos, and side-by-side comparisons of player treatment. Several said that Caitlin was being shoved during games without being called. Despite her exceptional efforts, others called notice to the odd drop in her minutes. In freeze frames, referees were shown rejecting clear fouls. Black small square supporters even kept an eye on the decline in Clark's visibility on WNBA social media sites, leveling charges. But the official answer from the WNBA, a cold professional state.
Stay locked with my channel, Simply Explained, for further WNBA updates.